Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, top mid-table here in the NPL, or should I say Senol NPL Women's Victoria, with Boroondara Eagles flying high, unbeaten, and the league's top scorer as well. South Melbourne at home today, looking to steady their season. Interestingly, despite the ladder gap, recent meetings between these two sides have been tight. And South Melbourne even handed Boroondara a heavy 5-0 defeat last year, so this one might not be as straightforward as the table suggests. And we do see a quick picture of the table here. It is Boroondara sitting on 16 points with only 6 games played, with 5 wins, 1 draw, and with 18 scored and 7 conceded. They are flying high at the moment, whereas South Melbourne with 6 games played, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses, sitting on 8 points. This one will be an interesting clash. That is for sure. It's myself, Alexander Stojanowski, bringing you today's coverage on the YouTube channel on the NPL Senol, should I say, Victoria page. It is going to be a cracker. Looking forward to this one. I'll just run you through the lineups for today. South Melbourne, starting in goals, Geo Candy. Number 2, Isabel Wallhead. Number 6, Eva Guzman. Number 9, Grace Taranto. Number 10, Raquel Durales. Number 14, Misha Westland. Number 19, Taylor Vlanich. Number 20, Alexis Pantazopoulos. Number 22, Michaela Schmelzer. Number 23, Emily Roach. Number 24, Emily Collier. As we go through Boroondara's lineup here, we have number 1, Mia Mossman, the captain today for Boroondara. And we've got number 3, Sarah Brunner. Number 4, Kanako Higuchi. Number 5, Brady Cooling. Number 7, Emma Vane. Number 8, Genevieve Fontes. Number 10, Coco Parker. Number 11, Priya Sanavaran. Number 12, Zoe Bennett. Number 13, Shantea Hertford. And number 14, Madeline Dara. So, going to be an interesting one. Just about to kick off here at Lakeside Stadium. Beautiful complex here, and the ground is absolutely spanking ready for a game of sheer brilliance, I hope. As we can see, South Melbourne wearing their full blue, dark blue kit, going from your left to right, and they have got kickoff here in the first half. Boroondara wearing their white and purple shorts, and let's see what it shapes up to be here. There's South Melbourne looking to recover and bounce back on their season, to steady it up more or less, and Boroondara to continue this rich vein of form. It's going to be a question of who will hold their nerve in these key moments, and I guess which coach or manager is going to make the changes when the game needs to be made. Steady start. Emily Roach playing that ball black, and can see South Melbourne looking to go long, and more of a direct opportunity here. Flag does go up, and first attack is halted in the end. Boroondara will get a chance, a spell here to play the ball out, and we'll see what kind of approach they'll take in these early stages. Of course, mentioning 18 goals this season for Boroondara, whereas, South Melbourne only conceding 6. It's going to be attack versus defence almost in that sense, but love to see how Boroondara set up here, as they do have a throw-in deep here on the near side. Dara to bring that in. One back there by South Melbourne. The ball going long, easily recovered there by Mia Mossman. Higuchi goes central. Boroondara looking to build, progress forward here. Such an important game in the content of this season. You can see Boroondara winning this will only really put them as a title contender. They've yet to really stamp their authority over the last few seasons. But this one, different story, of course. Chasing down the line there. Westland does well. And it'll just trickle out for a throw-in. South Melbourne. Defending resolute at the moment. There will be a Boroondara ball there, so this one to be brought back in. Long ball in. Moved tight. Cleared. Header one by Brunner. Boroondara going back to Gucci. Just sending no one out for a throw-in. So not the intended target, I'm sure, but looks like they are trying to play themselves a bit of a direct approach themselves, Boroondara. It looks like they don't want to risk it in the back. He's early, of course. So, sure the tackles will start flying in. Ball turned over by Vane. Ball in behind by Roach. Opportunity for South. And great block in the end. Ball does stay in play. Intensity right at where it needs to be in this Senol NPL Women's Victoria game. Of course, this is a catch-up game. It's meant to be played just the other week or 2 weeks ago. It was a Saturday game, and it's turned up to be a Wednesday night thriller, hopefully. If you are tuning in at home, of course, love to hear which team are you supporting and which of them or girls that you see on the field. Would love to see them on the score sheet. Stays in play here, South Melbourne. Having that opportunity to go at that Boroondara Eagles defence. Goes towards the back. Stays in play. Pressure building here. Taranto sends it in, and that one just over. So South Melbourne having the first notable chance of the game. It was Pansopoulos in the end to put it over. Like it just come off her knee, but Boroondara avoiding an early concession is again that long approach. No one at the end to answer the door for them there. All head. Just a bit of pressure applied by Boroondara, there, and it's probably the approach that they're looking for. Sure, the coaching staff, Luke Avar, the head coach for Boroondara Eagles, wanting that intensity to be right where it needs to be to win these type of affairs, because when you come to Lakeside, South Melbourne, they know what it takes to come here and do the job, especially after winning 5-0 the previous season. You feel as if this game can go either way. Long ball, cut out though. It's really well done by Boroondara to just try and keep the ball south. On the other hand, come away with it, and the opportunity will Beckham. And that shot tamed, to say the least. And Mia Mossman happy to just control that with her feet and pick it up and go direct. It was actually a smart decision to go wide. Brunner has a bit of space. Can she pick up here? Tackle there. Ball was played. Game goes on. Fontes went back, found Vane, and Vane will go back to Gucci. Calling. Back to Higuchi. So just stepping off here, South Melbourne. Allowing a few passes out the back here. I'm sure that's nothing to worry them at the moment. But again, looks like they are sitting back and trying to force Boroondara into some long balls. I'm sure that would suit them just nicely. And for Boroondara, I think that they'll very much need to extend those runs in behind. Try and find the pass and hope they do connect. Try and find some wiggle room to create those opportunities as South Melbourne take a quick throw in going the other way. You just feel this one has goals in it. It's just who will create those higher quality chances and who will take them opportunities. Sometimes being the better side really doesn't count for anything when you are the smarter side, the side that can win it just by taking their opportunities, even if it's just the one. It's all they need in the end. Nice little switch by Cooling. Given away down the line. And the South come forward through Taranto. Ball in behind. Gucci chasing. Ball stays in play. Cut back is nice. And in the end, well defended by Boroondara. Controlled really well by Guzman. Bit of holding. It's been free flowing. Not many fouls of yet. That ball in behind. The control. It's blocked in the end. And escape. Boroondara on the back foot in these early stages of South. Dictating the tempo. You feel as if they should be leading this game. Wallhead now on the ball. Sends it deep. And Mossman happy to gobble that one up. And previously she did go long and wide. Something similar this time, more central. Oh, nice little ball. South Melbourne in behind again. And what a beautiful challenge. Kanako, Higuchi. At it again defensively. If it wasn't for Higuchi right now, it could potentially have been 1-0 to South Melbourne. First corner of the match. See what they can conjure from here. What have they worked on the training pitch? And will it come off? It's the ball just being set down. The ball in. It's flicked on. It's blocked out. It's brought back in. It's bobbling through. It had to be cleared. South Melbourne still retain. Ball whipped in. Cleared well as well there by Boroondara. So answering the challenges from those crosses. But the run in behind, and the flag's gone up for offside. As that goal, even if it did go in, it wouldn't have counted. It's a great run in by Wallhead, actually. So second offside there for South Melbourne, just getting caught out. Boroondara given a few scares early on the defensive front. Again, that direct approach. This time it does get over. And this is where Boroondara are dangerous. Brunner. Let's hit the referee. And, oh, he probably could have let that one go, to be honest. It'll be brought back for a drop ball. Do have that strong spine through the midfield. Boroondara through Fontes, Parker, And Savarayan, as the ball sends in, it's a high one. Should be dealt with from South Melbourne's perspective. It is dealt with well in the end. I feel these early stages of the game, South really have shown themselves and had the opportunities to go at least a goal ahead. Happy to control, happy to keep the ball, South. South Melbourne's bench quite strong, and they've got Francesca Limano there. She could definitely play a role in this match, of course. They also have Alana Byrne, Furukawa, Dalton, and Jackson as well. There's plenty of options for South Melbourne. They've got that balanced bench. And I know if it gets to that point in the match where the game is level, they do have the opportunities to change the game, or at least change the shape if needed. I guess it is all about energy, rotation, depth. If you want to go and challenge for that title here in the Senol NPL Victoria Women's Competition. If you are tuning in, still 0-0. But South Melbourne the better of the two sides. Early chances rolling their way. Boroondara now trying to respond. Gucci. It's a heavy pass. Fortunately, too heavy in the end for Dara there. So Taranto. Good work. Nice land. Guzmet. Ball switched across by Schmelzer. Good work defensively. Build-up has been not necessarily short in terms of the passing options. They've been forced either in turnovers, like you've seen there, and that ball's been whipped in towards the back. A lot on it. South Melbourne trying to recover. Well done in the end. Taranto goes central. Ball given away. Boroondara clear. Wallhead. Schmelzer. Forced to go back. Guzman. Taranto. Pansopoulos. Back to Taranto. Gucci. Really excellent at the moment. Just reading the game and defensively there where needed to be for Boroondara. Ball stays in play. Great work by Wallhead just to get that one forward. Boroondara defensively at the moment responding to those balls in behind. Haven't had too much to worry about when it's had to go over, but it's those crosses they are wary of, or need to be wary of going into this last few moments of the, well, shouldn't be last few moments, should be more like last 30 minutes of this first half. Of course, the Lakeside Stadium got that athletics track around the ground, so the ball will trickle out and players on the park today will have to chase the ball when it does go out. I'm sure that doesn't bother the players at all, if anything. Boroondara just shepherd into the corner. Ball gets sent forward, a long one as is. Now South Melbourne pick it up centrally. Oh, awesome work there. Pansopoulos sends it towards the back. Cleared out. Boroondara now. Bronner. Parker looking for a foul. Doesn't get one. Fontes. This is better from Boroondara. Vane. She's got a bit of time and space. Ball in behind. Flag down. Boroondara. Oh, just no one at the back there. Chased down by Severiran. Keeps it in play. It's better from Boroondara though. Getting in behind the lines. Playing a very dangerous ball in behind. They still try to keep the pressure. Vane. Playing that one. And it will just trickle out for a goal kick. It's been pretty much their wake forward for Boroondara. Trying to find it over the line. Defensive line for South Melbourne at least. And they've answered, if anything, for most parts. But having to wait that ball is their biggest challenge. You can see the danger when they do go forward. Boroondara, when they get in that final third, quite intelligent. It's Brunner playing that low ball in. Long throw. Pantsopoulos trying to win it there. She'll get it back off her teammate. And Dorellis. There's a ball through the middle by Taranto. Schmelzer. Guzman. Just a hidden hope. Stays in play for Boroondara as they win that one back. Brunner, bit of space. Goes for a direct cross through the middle. The header needed to come out was Candy. Didn't want to play with their sweets, just gets that straight out. Ball in behind. South getting a bit lucky there. Pantsopoulos, and it's come off Pantsopoulos in the end. It'll be a goal kick. Well done there by Candy. Just initially, just to punch that ball out. It was a risky one. It went straight up. Thought some danger could have come of that, but as I said, no risks taken. Boroondara, maybe you just need to play a bit of keepings off, trying to keep the ball a little bit, make South Melbourne work for it, as they're doing at the moment. Gucci. Now it's Calling. Goes direct again, running behind. As you feel South Melbourne is playing to their styles. That is actually given away. And very lucky to get away with that. Candy there. High foot, and the free kick is given. It's an indirect free kick. This is dangerous. Real dangerous. Type of area where a cross that can be whipped in. And at the moment, it's Bennett who's over the ball. Weighing up her options. Of course, all about the delivery. Just around 35 yards out. Sends it in. A nice little chip flicked on. And that one picked up by Candy. Just... I'm not sure what that was. That was a big mistake by Wallhead. Didn't cost the goal, but the corner at the taking for Boroondara. So trying to keep the ball, not working in the back there for South Melbourne. Just don't want to risk it at this point of the game, surely not. First corner for Boroondara, and they love to score from these corner kicks. Ball sent in, bit of space, flicked on. It's well done by Vane to get it towards the centre. South Melbourne doing well enough to apply the pressure here and try and win the ball further up the field, where you know that's where they are looking more dangerous. We haven't seen much controlled approach through the middle. It has been more of a direct approach for both defences. Has probably a bit of a slight wind coming through the stadium. Don't think it would affect the players on the field as much. Cooling. Trying to dribble away through. Done quite well, Cooling. Iguchi. Happy to go back to Cooling, and you can see Boroondara now just keeping off. Keeping's off, ensuring that South Melbourne have to require a little bit of effort to get this ball back. Nice work. Parker. She gets it back here. Parker. Ball goes central. It's a nice one into the feet of Bennett. This is better from Boroondara. Now, they decide to try and switch it across. Doesn't work out well. South Melbourne coming away with it. Hitsopoulos having to work hard to keep that ball. Bit of holding. Done well to win the free kick there. Quick free kick. And easily dealt with by Iguchi. Roach. Given away by Pansopoulos. Gucci went down the line. It was Dara who gave it away. Brunner. Vane. Heavy touch. It's almost pinched there by Dorellas, who now has an opportunity to get in position and receive a pass. Vlanic went wide instead. Schmelzer. South Melbourne looked dangerous early. Feel like Boroondara now done quite well to steady the ship defensively. An opportunity from distance, and that one almost spilled by Mossman. An effort from distance, almost felt like he didn't have any opportunity to go in. You thought Mossman had it comfortably in her hands. Just spilled it and just luckily went over. Just having to be on her toes, Mossman. That one drilled in, and it's almost crawled in there. Two unmarked South Melbourne players. And it looked like Taranto got the header in the end. It was a great opportunity for them to go one up here at Lakeside Stadium in this Senol NPL women's game. I feel like at times it's been a steady approach from South Melbourne. When they have the options, they try to keep it. When they don't, time it was Roach who actually went back, and it's the right idea. Pansopoulos now. Good defending. Dara there. Long throw in for South Melbourne. Taranto, and the opportunity to shoot was on. Doralaz just unable to hit the target and really test Mossman. Coming close to that half an hour mark. Nice work there by Taranto to win the header. South Melbourne winning those aerial duels at the moment, helping them to win that ball further up the field. For them right now, Lanich able to win that throw-in on the far side. Have looked dangerous when they've gone long or direct into that box. Boroondara struggling to deal with those crosses at the moment. It's been well identified so far in this game. Low approach. That one is offside. Yep. Doralaz ball gets sent out. And we'll have a slight stoppage before you get the ball coming across, but has been a fairly even game so far. More of the opportunities going towards the South Melbourne end. Runner. She looked lively when she's on the ball. Vane sends it wide. Ball goes central. Nice work. Parker. Effort from distance. And it's just over the bar. Hit and hope, you thought. It was Bennett in the end who said, why not? And Candy really wasn't sure if that was going to test her, well, the shot on target almost in the end. Just over the bar, really something that South Melbourne needs to be aware of, not to give too much time and space for those shots from the edge of the area. That one just trailing over South Melbourne, trying to find a way forward. Boroondara being able to answer most of their attacks from that central position. They've done more danger work from that left and right hand flanks. Just need to drive it into those areas, which they are now. And that effort, and that one over the bar as well. Very similar to the effort from Bennett on the Boroondara end. Not hitting the target, of course, but better signs from South Melbourne, of course. Bit of holding there between the two. Game goes on. It's Fontas and Wallhead as the chance now in behind here for Brunner. Opportunity again, and that very similar to what we saw early in this first half. Across the box, dangerous, but no one at the end for Boroondara Eagles. And you definitely feel Sarah Brunner, danger player for Boroondara, and she gets that space to really run into. Goalless at the moment, but you feel as if This game needs a goal and will get one very soon as we see a free kick given to South Melbourne. And Mavane, that one wasn't taken from the correct position. And that one correctly being stopped and retaken from the correct spot this time. Collar. Touch on. Ball sent low, driven out. Iguchi clears. Boroondara sending a long ball forward. Something to run onto. Something to give that South Melbourne defence something to think about. Ball in behind, flicked on. Candy. Easily handled in the end. It was Fontas who got the flick on towards the goal there, but not enough power to really trouble Candy. Great tackle. Grace Taranto also been very involved on both fronts for South Melbourne, both attacking and defensively, showing that she can do both. Just a heavy touch. So we just asked to be taken further back there, Taranto. As Pantopoulos down the line. Decides to go central. There's Roach. And the run's on for Westland. Goes across, and this is a bit of opportunities that can go across. And Mossman having to get an important touch. Otherwise, that was on for a tap-in at the back post. Carl Doralas was marked, not unmarked, and almost had a tap-in. She links up there. Taranto, South Melbourne. Bit of time and space to shoot, and the block, importantly enough, making that one very easy for Mia Mossman to just mop up. For Boroondara, much better from South Melbourne towards these latter stages of the first half. Battles on. Storelaz goes central. Gets that ball back, and that one won't hit the target at all. Slight inroads being made by South Melbourne, though. It's better, much better. Just got to pick and choose your right moments to go in this match. Has been quite tense, tight. There's a goal kick taken by Gucci. Ball played wide by Westland. Collier keeps the ball, goes back by Westland. Schmelzer. Flag up again. Just frustrating there. Just having to hold the line. I think Boroondara smart enough to see and recognise those mishaps of South Melbourne when they are going forward. Boroondara, of course, have their own options on the bench. I did mention South Melbourne's earlier. They have Simone Vass, Elise Cook, Aisha Duplessis, and then Taylor Wolf, Emily Lewis, and Alicia Crisfield. There's now South Melbourne looking for a cross towards the back post. This goes on. Taranto. Awesome work defensively. And having to be asked moments ago, was Daria. Taranto, bit of space to deliver. Unfortunately, No one on the end of that one, and that one goes straight out for a goal kick. Gucci tending to the goal kick duties as well. One. Kosmets. Vane sends it wide. Boroondara just turning it over in an area which you don't want to. South Melbourne trying to find a way forward through the middle. This is brilliant work. And again, Higuchi. Just been everywhere in this first half. Taking goal kicks, blocking crosses, blocking shots. Can't ask for much more from your centre half. Seemingly enough, you would probably say she has been the difference. South Melbourne. Can they find something from this corner? Sent in. Flicked on. Stays out. Not by much. See the crowded area. So many in there. As you can see, Schmelzer just eyeing towards the front post. Comes towards the centre. And then someone stayed in play. And it's in! South Melbourne take the lead here at Lakeside. Bobbled. Wasn't cleared. And the goal for South Melbourne, and you feel like they just nicked that one at the right time. They lead.
Goal scorer for South Melbourne FC, number 9, Grace Taranto.
And Grace Taranto credited the goal. Bodies everywhere, really. No one could get a boot to it, but it was Grace Taranto for South Melbourne. Was able to just beat her marker to the ball, and South Melbourne, I would say, probably just edged this half, and with that goal has shifted this momentum. She has been great, Grace. Taranto's just been almost everywhere, crossing, defending, and now scoring. How will Boroondara respond? Goal to nil. First half not far off from concluding either. If they can find a response by the end of this first half, would be a positive response, but for South, you can see now, got a bit of wind in their sails. 5 or so minutes left. We'll see if there is any added time. Long throw by Taranto, the goal scorer. Did go through that options they had on the bench, Boroondara. They might have to bring him on if it does stay like this in the second half. Ball played out wide. Stays in play. Roach passing the ball to herself. Delivering it now. Gucci clears. Parker flicked on. Just getting tangled there. Schmelzer able to retrieve though. Gets it back. Taranto. This is better from South Melbourne. Just retaining the ball in the right areas and the right spots to go and find that opportunity in the middle now. And the shot, just not the delivered approach to hit that target. So just have a whole of players. Shimpad's just been asked to put on there. Looks like it was Taranto. Just having that slight brief moment to do so. Goal kick taken. Iguchi. Good work. Now Boroondara trying to find a leveler before the break. Gucci under pressure. Pansopoulos doing what's required from her manager. A foul being given. They're going to have to find a response in this second half if it stays at 1-0 at half-time. Boroondara don't feel like they've been in a lot of positions where they've been a goal down. And if they had, I'm sure they would have responded quite quickly. This is a different test at Lakeside. South Melbourne edging it in the first for sure. As they continue to fight for this ball. And that one through the centre. Gucci has to cut it out. Goes back to Mossman. Interesting ball, was risky. Bennett was found though. That one was intercepted. South Melbourne really ramping up the pressure. This one just preventing a corner there. It's Herford, I believe. Free kick for South Melbourne. Unnecessary foul. Coming towards the final moments of this first half. Free kick opportunity here for South Melbourne. Can they double their lead? Cause that bit of pain for Boroondara to try and have to come back from two would be definitely a challenge here at Lakeside as the ball whipped in, goes towards the back, not cleared fully in the end. Dara. Ball in behind, the shot, the cut back, and it's over the bar. What a chance for South Melbourne. Schmelzer, point blank. And you really think from there that has to find the back of the net. South Melbourne should be 2-0 up. Just hope for Schmelzer. Doesn't weigh on her mind at all. She just continues to play her game. Great work. Coming forward now, South Melbourne. Play goes on. Very waving that one away. Doralas also being heavily involved on the front going forward for South Melbourne. Tricky customer. Providing those options as well. She's on the ball now. Nice little give. Pansopoulos has time to shoot. Unable to hit the target in the end. And that is the end of the final action of the first half here at Lakeside as well.
Half-time at Lakeside Stadium, and the score is
South Melbourne leading 1-0 here. So you heard that from the announcement there. It was the goal scorer of Grace Taranto, the number 9 for South Melbourne. And that is the difference. As you feel, as I mentioned, South Melbourne slightly better in that first half. Should have had a second in the ending moments there from Schmelzer, who was point blank. Didn't put it away, but still South Melbourne leading here at Lakeside 1-0. They'll be very, very happy with that. And I'm sure Steve Robinson The coach there for South Melbourne will be very happy as well. So we'll be back shortly here for the second half. Stay tuned and don't leave, because we're hoping here for a comeback potentially from Boroondara. Or we're going to see South Melbourne go on and pinch 3 points here at Lakeside. It's myself, Alexander Stojanowski. We'll be seeing you very shortly. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is second half here at Lakeside. It is Lakeside Stadium, the beautiful Lakeside Stadium, representing South Melbourne's home ground here, who are leading 1-0 if you are tuning in now. There's the lead, thanks to Taranto, able to give South Melbourne the lead. If you're looking at the stats, no doubt you'd say South Melbourne have earned it. Really backs up what we've seen, I guess. If you have one watching the first half, they've been proactive, South Melbourne. 12 shots, he's constant threats going forward. They've tested Mia Mossman at times as well. 4 corners. And they've taken their chances. That's the most important thing in this game. But interestingly enough, despite being second best in terms of shots, Boroondara are still very much in this game. Myself, Alexander Stojanovski, as the game kicks off. Boroondara going from your left to right in the white and pink, purple shorts. And you got South Melbourne in the full dark blue kits. And there's more of a question of how will they respond. Is Boroondara just got to find that killer ball, which they have had in the first half at times, just no one at the end of them. It's now South Melbourne looking for a forward approach. Saw that in the first half from Boroondara, that tend to send the ball long, try and find ball down in their third. Can they find a ball through runner? Sends it in. Sent wide by Vane. Gets it back now. Parker. Will just run out as Pantopoulos makes sure of it when she sends that one in towards the stands. Dara sending a long ball in. Brunner trying to win the header. Candy more than happy. Let's grab that one. Sends it long. Work there. Brunner. Fane loses out. Pressure's on. It's nice work there by Roach. Roach just applying the pressure in the right moments in that first half and trying to do that again here in the second. South Melbourne knowing that if they can continue the way they played in the first half, it'd be more than enough to get the points here today. Bit of holding. And the right decision in the end. As we see, actually a substitute was made at half time as Crisfield has come on for Boroondara. Well, one. Morford trying to put a body in, win that ball back. Mossman now. Gucci had a great first half, defensively making sure this game is still alive for Boroondara. Time, they will be their enemy eventually if the result does stay at 1-0. We'll need to take a couple of risks to try and pinch a ball, make those tackles, win the balls further up the field, create those opportunities to potentially score an equaliser. South Melbourne, similar enough, trying to keep that approach of keeping pressure, playing a little bit direct when it's needed to be. They've been clinical about it. The main thing for South Melbourne is just to control the moments while Boroondara will need to convert any opportunity or any real chance they get. See that ball on the far side. Gucci having to clear the ball for Boroondara. South Melbourne winning it high, as they've done this evening for most parts. Goal scorer sending that forward. And that one, just a little bit too much. As he'll get a goal kick now for Boroondara. Yeah, it was a nice finish by Grace Taranto in the 6-yard box, just being able to get away from her marker and just smash it home for that 1-goal lead, which I'd say is very fairly deserved. Well, South Melbourne. The ball played wide. Durales trying to make a run back in. And the shot. It's the right idea. Definitely was. Vlanic, sorry. Getting that one across the goal to make sure to put a team, or at least put her teammates in the right position. A bit too much just to handle in the end, but the right idea, of course. Mossman taking this goal kick. Put a pressure. Cleared out. Hereford hasn't had that much time and space in that channel to do much when the ball does come in. It's all about the quality of the ball, which we've just seen there. Just overhit slightly. South Melbourne. Vlanic. Runner. Good flick on. Ball in behind. Bit too much by Fontes. Candy. Releases early. Taranto. Does enough to win the throw-in. Steady approach from South. You just know these 1-0 score lines. Very tough to predict. Even when you feel South Melbourne have done as good as they can to dominate and create those opportunities, which they've had plenty in that first half. The game's never really killed off at 1-0. One lapse of concentration is all you need, really, to keep the game on edge. Gucci did well to head out. Just having to find an outlet here. Boroondara going forward just to get out of that trap. And you can see South Melbourne doing quite well to play high up and put the pressure in the right moments to win the ball and create those opportunities as they did in that first half. You just know within striking distance is Boroondara. Just got to see off a few of these attacks. And I have to do it here. South Melbourne. Cross. A little heavy in the end. Mossman happy to play that one quickly. Short. Force long. Brunner. Nice little first touch. Fontes goes central. Boroondara looking to find a way forward now. And again, South Melbourne really responding well. And there's a free kick. This one taken quickly though. Can something come of this? Bruno's in there. Unable to get any connection. Ball stays in play. Redwell. South Melbourne now coming forward. Plenty of room to really exploit the space here. Guzman. Nice little 1-2. Terralaz. Trying to get one back there, but fortunately, Guzman unable to direct that one in a dangerous area. Goes for a goal kick. Gucci to take the goal kick again. It's been a bit of something we've seen where Mossman has played it short. Eventually when she does leave it for Gucci to take the goal kicks. Just a substitute being prepared here. With Pansopoulos making her way off.
Substitution for South Melbourne.
Lemano to come on.
Off, number 20, Alexis Panzopoulos. Coming on, number 7, Francesca Giuliano.
Yamano getting her opportunity now. Number 7 for South Melbourne. Quite a decorated player. And most caps in the side for South Melbourne. So I'll get an opportunity from a corner now. Francesca Lemano. Will she have that impact in this game? Just a halt of play. Probably addressing some of the body that's going on in the middle. This is a chance for Boroondara if they can get this one here. To keep it in and go forward. Stayed in play. And there'll be a Boroondara throw in. It's important that, sure that they want to get Emma Vane on the ball as much as possible. Boroondara, they just know with a bit of time, even Bruno as well, she's been very dangerous coming forward with a bit of space. And pace to burn. That was an interesting one. Probably didn't catch it as sweet as she thought she would. Candy happy to gobble that one up again. Hasn't been fairly tested today, Candy. Definitely the quieter out of the two goalkeepers tonight. Svein goes down the line. It's given away. Higuchi miscontrols. And Mossman will receive from Cooling. Allowed some time and space to come forward. Vane. Just need to move that ball quicker now, Boroondara. Need to try and catch South Melbourne unaware. Cooling. Gucci. You can see a bit of pressure applied, but they've done quite well there. Fontas sends it wide. Great challenge. Again, you wouldn't guess Taranto defending. And now we'll see a card brandished. Looked like to one of the coaching staff. from South Melbourne. Couldn't see who. It's definitely a South Melbourne coaching staff getting a booking. South Melbourne knowing how important this one is to win. A win today will set them up onto 11 points. And they'll move into 8th. A pass Melbourne victory. Foul. Play goes on. Nice ball whipped in. Stays in play. And the effort over the bar. It was Westland in the end. Taking it on the volley. Didn't hit it as sweet as she wanted, but you see the early signs. South Melbourne really finding their way to take control again, as they did in the first half. We did see one change from Boroondara, but surely you will see more. They need to throw some more energy in it. They have the attack to do that. They really do. Great work there by Vane. Ball down the line. Can they make something from this? Boroondara. Bodies on the line. Losing out Parker. Vane trying to work hard and win that one back. They do. Boroondara really trying to force their hand from South Melbourne's end. But again, Brunner just making sure Collier couldn't find a pass down the line there. Long throw. It's quite a distance there. South Melbourne just getting that advantage in terms of territory now. Just need to slow it down in the right passages of play. Quick throw. Not facing the play. It was Vlanic, and the ball ends up getting cleared back, and Schmelzer happy to go back to Candy. Goes back to Schmelzer. Happy to go long. Run is on. And again, Cooling putting on the Jets to clear that one. The longer this stays at 1-0, the more nervous I feel South Melbourne may get. Well done by the substitute. It was Crisfield. Down the line. Today's acting skipper for South Melbourne. Westland. Nice touch. Brought down on the chest. Collier. Schmelzer. Assessing her options. Doing well in the end. Collier. Time and space to find her colleague in Vlanic. She goes low, hard, cleared out. Brunner trying to apply a bit of pressure. Unable to do so there. Westland just providing that option. And the tackle, importantly, won by Boroondara. And in the back post, stays in play. Handball asked. A lot of the South Melbourne players really asking for that handball. Probably the right decision in the end. Definitely, it was ball to hand, if anything, come off the foot. So, good refereeing there. A loss tonight, as it stands as it is, actually keeps Boroondara Eagles still at the top of the league. I'll be just ahead of Alamein who are also sitting on 16 points, who also need to play South Melbourne in this coming week. So, best defensive record in the league as well from Alamein, with only 3 goals conceded from 7 games. But the informed league, or the informed team right now in the league, will by far has to be the Bulleen Lions. 5 straight wins after losing 2 straight. And now we'll be playing Heidelberg with 21 goals scored and 5 conceded. From Bulleen Lions' perspective, that is quite a tally, considering after they lost their first 2, they've just been going on and winning those games. Starting to tighten up in the league. You know, Boroondara, Alamein in second, Bulleen in third, Box Hill United in fourth, and then you have Spring Hills in fifth and Avondale in sixth. All within a game of each other, if not on 16 or 15 points, one on the other on 13 and 12. So all to play for here, even in tonight's game. Even though you sense South Melbourne not starting the way they wanted to this season, starting to pick up some form if they win this one tonight. Pressure applied. Herford. Wide to Brunner. Brunner takes a bit of a clip. Bit of room to run into. Boroondara. Can they find an opening through Brunner? Running all the way across the field. Nice chance. Vane. Just a bit too much on it. And it will go out for a goal kick. That passage of play was much more of what you want to see from Boroondara. As we'll see a stoppage of play as Boroondara now make another change. It's going to be Dara coming off, and it's going to be Plessis coming on. Taking a bit of time now. Candy to take the goal kick. 1-1. Goes off Vane. Be a South Melbourne throw-in. So pretty much at that halfway point in this second half. 67th minute. Here at Lakeside. Myself, Alexander Stojanowski, bringing you the coverage here of South Melbourne versus Boroondara. So there's a bit of a clash there as the game still continues to go on. Pace of who goes quicker. Play goes on though. We have some stoppage now. Lanich. Was just checked on by the referee. And Herford as well, who was in that collision. Drop ball. Cooling. Mossman. Higuchi. Trying to press and win that ball. Storellas. Higuchi having to go long. Forced into that direct option through the middle. Does it work out? It doesn't. It really doesn't at the moment. South Melbourne to a T defensively and playing this one right. Play goes on. Cool. Brunner. Herford had send it forward and there's a free kick given away. Schmelzer goes central. Wallhead to Taranto. Tries a mazy run. Loses out. Does commit a foul. Advantage on. Fontes. Vane back on her feet, plays it central. To Crisfield. Gucci. Calling. Vane actually playing in that central role now. Goes down the line. Tries to find Higuchi. Out of position now. Amano just unable to get onto that ball. Just overplayed. Long throw. Flicked on. Westland sends it forward. Durales tries to link up. Mossman a bit under pressure there, but deals with it quite well. Looked like a foul there. Definitely was. Robust, if anything, that challenge. Free kick for Boroondara. 20 minutes or so left in this of normal time at Lakeside in this Senol NPL Victoria Women's clash between South Melbourne and Boroondara Eagles. Still locked at 1-0 like it was at half-time. Goal scorer Taranto for South Melbourne. The difference is Amano now trying to make a run. Loses out. Now, approach to go forward for the Eagles as the flag should go up just a bit early there. Durales was well won. Initially, it was actually really well won by Lanic. Just really want to see Boroondara try to utilise their key midfielders in these situations where you want to get them on the ball as much as you can. Vane and Fontas, even Brunner, if she gets that ball and runs in behind space, you can feel like anything's possible from Boroondara in terms of creating opportunities. That's a misplaced pass, but Brunner does well to get on it. Space for Brunner. In behind. Gio Candy collecting that one. Happy to take a bit of time off the clock as well. Dropping that one, going long. Vane flicks it back. The ball comes out to Herford. Brunner. Played back by Crisfield. Noguchi. Vane plays a quick 1-2 and gets it back. Trying to increase this tempo now. It's all about finding their moments here, Boroondara. Time slowly ticking away. Searching for that equaliser. We'll probably see another change in just, it was imminent now, a change. Looking from here, it looks like potentially a South Melbourne looking to make one. They'll have to hold. They'll have to defend here. All done there. Ballhead. Vane. Ball low. It's in, and it was a good opportunity. It'll be a corner, though. Looked dangerous, just getting behind. It was Vane who played it. And Fontes directing that one towards goal. That one whipped in. Vane flicked it in. Vane gets it back. High. And nowhere near the goal. Exactly what you'd want to see if you're South Melbourne, who are about to make a change. And it's going to be number 10, Raquel Durales. making her way off. Contributed quite well today. Involved in most attacking senses. Linked up quite well to create those opportunities in that first half. But Heidi Dalton now getting her opportunity. Zamano using her pace, getting past one or two Boroondara Eagle players. Ball goes wide. Herford did well. Brunner trying to use her body. Great work by Brunner. So important now for Boroondara just to stay switched on and try and pinch anything that South Melbourne give to them. On ball by Herford. Brilliant ball, but just offside flag was going to go up anyway on Vlanic. This will be a throw-in for Boroondara. Time of the essence. Who will be someone who can really just step up for them now and get them back in it. 6 games, 18 goals. You know they can score. Just don't want to expose themselves to be vulnerable to the counter-attacks, which you know South Melbourne are more than good at being able to produce something from. Awesome work to win that one was Crisfield. Herford sends it down the line. Flicked on by Parker. South Melbourne really controlling their lines, defending strongly. Westland sitting in that middle of the park, just making sure things are being directed the way they should be. Herford, Brunner gets the throw in. Brunner trying to take a quick throw in. No one really on. Has to go short to Parker. Brunner. Just absolutely brilliant today, Brunner. Just able to just force those runs. Ball goes wide. Can Boroondara find a level up? South Melbourne, testament to their defensive record. Holding strong today. Looking for that clean sheet. Ball into Parker. Again, Dalton trying to flick it on. Unable to do so. Feel like attacking work from Brunner might actually reward herself into something here. Towards the back. It'll be a corner or a goal kick. No, it'll be a goal kick. No touch in the end. As we see a change for Boroondara Eagles. It'll be Priya Savarian who'll be making her way off. And Emily Lewis having the opportunity from the bench today. Getting an appearance. They'll need to call on their bench today to make a difference in this game, which at the moment haven't been able to do so. Tackle there. It's going to be a booking. Vane goes into the book, the number 7 for Boroondara. Free kick for South Melbourne. This one's dangerous. Could it spell some danger for Boroondara and potentially that opportunity for South Melbourne to get that second. Sent in. Floater. Headed. And it will be a goal kick. Not effective that time around. Boroondara Eagles with the quick goal kick. Erford just sending it forward. Was under pressure, making sure of her lines. And Candy, an up and under. Won't stay in play though. Bronner to take the throw in. Or leave it for a teammate. Herford will go long. Looking for Fontas. It's one in the end. South Melbourne looking to go through the flank there. Unable to find a way forward. Just being asked to retake the throw from the correct position as the ball goes back. Bronner. Herford. Plays it. Play goes on. Ball down the line. Chased down by Roche. Emily Roach. Keeping herself busy, especially in that first half. Foul. Given away. Not happy about it either. Westland, captain. Pleading her innocence there, of course, as I mean most players would. Brunner, long ball in. Defended well. The ball, and that one. Comfortable for Geo Candy. Most of which of those shots haven't really tested her. She sends it long. Slowly but surely, this game coming to a close. South Melbourne still in control. Haven't had to face too much going forward. From the Boroondara end. That one was a foul. Collided. Just need to pick up the pace here. Might need to go quicker. You can see that's the initiative that Cooling's taking. Places that ball down and looks to go long. Well done there. Schmelzer. Ball goes wide. Plessis given away. Schmelzer. It's a misplaced pass. Crisfield under pressure. Gives it away. Schmelzer having to clear again. This time a better approach in terms of accuracy on that pass. That one will stay. No, it won't stay in. It'll go out for a throw in. Just a bit of composure needed here now from Boroondara to create at least one last opportunity in this match. 84th minute here at Lakeside in the NPL, well, the Senol NPL Victoria Women's Competition. That one overplayed. I guess if you're looking at the 3-2-1 votes, surely you wouldn't go past Grace Taranto for 3. Exceptional today. And even Higuchi for Boroondara has just been a defensive rock for them. If the game stays as it is, and that was a tough challenge. Free kick or a throw-in given there. course, Boroondara NPL Victoria Finals Series appearance in 2023. Part of their club honours, and this could be the year again to do so. Regardless of what happens here today, that will still, I guess if it stays 1-0, it'll still stay at the top of the league. Challenge on Vane. Not too happy about it. Ball's moving. Play goes on though. Cooling goes wide. Underhit pass. And Hereford went down. Picks herself up to take the throw in. Ball over the top, trying to find Dalton. Cooling, takes a touch. Takes two. Goes for that pass for Higuchi. Given away. Dalton, ball in behind. This could be the sealer. South Melbourne, opportunity saved. And on the rebound, saved again. Mossman keeping Boroondara Eagles in this affair, at least for the meantime. Mano fighting for it. South Melbourne retain the ball. Intensity starting to pick up here at Lakeside. It's a great ball in the end by Dalton to play her teammate. And it was a Vlanich in the end who had the shot. And Mossman, double save. One from Vlanich, second one from Dalton, who played the initial passes. We'll see a few more changes just to end the match. Both sides all making changes here, Boroondara and South Melbourne. Looks like Elise Cook came on there for, is Cook, who's made her way on for Boroondara. Two changes for South. Looks like Roach and Collier coming off. So, fresh legs to finish this one for South Melbourne. Stays in play. Yeah. So it was Furukawa actually made their way onto the pitch. And Alana Byrne. So those were the two changes there from South Melbourne just in that stoppage. Just trying to find the players there. The board went up a bit later than I expected there. So I'll have to try and make their mark. I mean, there's not much time here at Lakeside. 89th minute. Still 1-0. Mano has space. Beautiful pass. And it was just held up well by Boroondara's number 7, Emma Vane. Furukawa had received that pass. The ball's come in, the header. Not towards the goal, unfortunately. As there is a halt of play. Ball didn't actually make its way out yet. There was a head injury or head knock. But the game has had to be stopped. We'll see an interesting amount of time probably added on towards this end, which has been quite a rather entertaining affair. South Melbourne, I mean, all the shots really coming their way to try and get more than the one. I think they'll be disappointed if anything, they can't get away with the 3 points today. 12 efforts in the first half, and they've had a couple here in the second. Boroondara, on the other hand, they've struggled to create anything in terms of dangerous chances in behind, trying to field off any kind of scraps that South Melbourne do give to them. Have had to play more direct today, of course. Both sides choosing their moments and doing it, which is what they did in the first half, South Melbourne, to get that lead. We're in the 90th minute now, and we get 3 minutes of added time. So 3 minutes is all they get here, Boroondara. Can they find a way to get a level up? Cleared again for my pick of the man of the match, at least. Best on ground, Grace Taranto. Defensively on her game, offensively on her game. Can't ask really much more from your players if they can do both and come away with the win, which is what you'd want from any supporting club. It's Boroondara trying to spoil the party here at Lakeside. Dalton trying to chase that one down. Throwing from Cooling. Crisfield. Higuchi. Long ball, a little bit too much on it by Higuchi. She also knows time is not on Boroondara's side. Every little bit of play that they have now has to be precise, has to be pinpoint. Cooling goes long. South Melbourne at all have not been bothered defensively right over those direct plays. Long ball in. And again, Gio Candy happy more than ever to just grab those ones, pluck them out and just wave South Melbourne players forward. Not the intended kick out there by Candy, but last minute of the game. Now or never. Ball goes out though. South Melbourne surely here slow it down. Ask for that long throw. Hermano just flicking it back. South Melbourne moments away. Fighting for it. Maybe this is the moment. Boroondara have a free kick here. Surely their last opportunity. Emma Vane chasing that ball down. This has to be it. This is the moment. Everything rides on this. Ball in for Bronner. Needs to have accuracy, needs to have something inventive, potentially, maybe even going from here. Could she? Speculative, of course. The cross it will be. Towards the back. And it's cleared out. Vane chasing it down. Trying to get the ball back in. And the ball sent forward. Surely there. 3 minutes has elapsed here at Lakeside. Had more than what was allotted. Referee's discretion really now is all that's left, which is it. And it is that. Lakeside providing some joy for the home crowd as they come away with a 1-0 win here against Boroondara Eagles. All thanks to Grace Taranto. And a great display defensively as well from the South Melbourne side. Really was the difference. South Melbourne led at the break 1-0. And you saw the stats. They told the story. More shots, more control, and just more threat overall. Boroondara were within striking distance. Of course you would be if you're only goal down. But they were just finally poised from both sides. Really well credited to South Melbourne on the display. But disappointment for Boroondara and joy for South Melbourne. That will keep their season nice and steady now. Puts them all the way from 8 to 11 points. Of course, 11 points above Melbourne Victory.
Full time at Lakeside Stadium, and the score ends up at South Melbourne 1.
And Boroondara Eagles still in first place, just by 1 goal difference over Alamein. But today is the day for the South Melbourne Blues, who will be more than happy to take that away. As you can see, the girls there just taking it in and going through, I'm sure, would be a very much well displayed performance from each individual there, really. A few shout-outs, of course, to Westland and Vlanic, who had quite outstanding performances themselves. Duralaz also, but for me, best on ground, Grace Taranto. And that will be it. It's myself, Alexander Stojanovski, ticking off here at Lakeside. It is going to be South Melbourne coming away with it. South Melbourne 1, Boroondara Eagles 0.